morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's Thursday, June 3rd, 2010. I'm Dave, daveinthemorning.com. How's everybody doing? Hey, I want to talk about barriers, walls, if you will. Impenetrable objects that are impenetrable. Okay? So, let's talk about Hadrian's Wall. Hadrian built a wall in England to keep the bad barbarians out so he could work with the English, and that worked, right? Hadrian's Wall was pretty much a success. The Chinese built a wall, the Great Wall of China. We're not really sure if it was to keep the Chinese in or to keep the Mongols out. Regardless, it worked. It was a good wall. It's still here today. The French built a wall, didn't keep the Germans out, not so good. Okay? The Israelis have built a wall to separate themselves from the Palestinians. It works. Since this wall was built, there have been 0 suicide attacks in Israel. Again, Israel built a wall to separate themselves, or separate the Palestinians from the Israelis, and the wall works. No suicide attacks since the wall's been up. The U.S. has somewhere between 500,000 and 800,000 illegals coming across the southern border every year. We don't have a wall. And the government seems to have been okay with that. They're okay with it because you know what? Most of them are just, they come up and they pick fruit and vegetables and they mow lawns and they lay bricks and they're pretty quiet, most of them, and they're good. They're good for the economy. I mean, that's what we're told by the government. If not directly, that's what we're told implicitly because they're not saying anything about it to us. They just kind of let it go on. If it was bad, our government would stop it. Arizona passed their law requiring you to carry documentation with you saying that you're legal in the country. Okay, that's Arizona's gut reaction to a bad problem. I think it's a bad reaction, but Arizona has the right to their own laws. So Arizona passed a law targeting the illegals, the undocumented workers. And they'll say it's not a target, but it's a target. And I understand their frustration. I think most Americans understand their frustration with the fact that the federal government has done nothing. Nothing. But to me, the question is, why haven't the federal government tackled this issue? And the answer is money. It's money. It's not about votes. These guys are illegal. They don't vote. It's about money. And I'm going to use my little micro example right here. And it's a good micro example. I have a couple very conservative on this, very Tea Party-ish. In fact, have gone to the Tea Party conventions and truly anti-illegal immigrant. I mean, throw them out, throw them in jail type of people when they talk about it. The one guy was doing yard work, and I looked over, and there was about 7 or 8, and I'm not saying that they're not documented, but man oh man, did they look like Guatemalans to me. And I'm betting you they didn't have any documentation on them. So here's a guy who screams about illegals ruining our country, and he's got 7 of them under his employment. He's employing them. He's employing them to do yard work. He might be paying them $40 a day. I don't know what he's paying them. I don't care. But he's paying them. He's paying illegal people to do work for him and screaming about them being illegal. The other guy owns a small company. Now, his small company does construction type of work. And he hires independent contractors to do his work for him. And I've watched these people work. They look like Guatemalans and Mexicans to me, and I guarantee they're not documented. I promise they're not all documented. But he says it's not his responsibility because they're independent contractors. What a bunch of crap. It's crap. So you have people screaming about it, but they hire them. Okay, federal government, listen to me. State of Arizona, listen. Find those people. Find them. Punish the people that are enticing the illegals to cross our border. Punish them. Find them and throw them in jail. And you know what? No one will hire illegals anymore. It just won't happen. It won't. And, oh, by the way, make sure you can get some documentation, laws passed that identify people as legal and not legal. That's not a real pain to carry. All right, I'm not an ID person, but maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe. But what we're doing now is nothing, and it's not working. And you have Arizona having this gut reaction that's not going to work. And if they throw all the undocumented, the illegal workers out, the state goes broke. And you've got a border that's got no wall. When walls work, because you say it's not going to be effective, of course it's not going to be effective. It's invisible. It doesn't work. Guys, government. Well, it's Obama's fault. It's Bush's fault. It's not. It's our fault for not demanding government do it. And you're getting hung up on this amnesty thing. You get hung up on amnesty. What a bunch of hooey. You've got the right thinking that if you don't throw them all out, that the law is not any good. And I haven't heard anybody say you have to give amnesty. You have to do this, and it's got to be cheap. And they broke the law. They came over here. They were enticed to come to the United States by employers and by our benefits that we give them to live and work. So we invited them, de facto, to come live here. And now we want to punish them for doing that. That's fine. They were illegal. Is what they did as bad as armed robbery? Is it as bad as driving 10 miles an hour over the speed limit? All right, so we've narrowed it down. Somewhere between armed robbery and driving 10 miles an hour over the speed limit should be where we should put that crime that these people committed. And then a suitable punishment for them. Because I don't think it's practical to kick them out of the country. Can you think of an example of when a country rounded up a group of people and got rid of them? Can you? I can. How'd that go for them? I mean, I'm not talking about the morality of what they did. I'm just saying that what Nazi Germany did cost a lot of money and took a lot of time to do. And I don't think that's what we want to do. It just is not practical. It isn't. Let's punish the people. Let's punish the people that employ the undocumented illegal workers. Let's rationally figure out an immigration policy. Let's build a wall. And if you want to build the wall first, that's really cool. If you don't want to deal with amnesty, don't deal with it. But trying to throw everybody out is stupid. So in short, get the wall built. Punish people who are hiring the illegals. Come up with some documentation for them that's valid and easy to carry for legal immigrants. And if you want to throw them out, but know it's going to cost just a ton of money. That's all I have today. I'm Dave, DaveInTheMorning.com. We'll see ya!